It's a new day. Yes, it is.
Folks, what's going on? Feeling a lot better today, still in there, but anyways, I want to get on with this blog. We're talking Raw, we're talking next division, we're talking the women's division on Raw. That's right. So let's get on with this video and seeing how the women's championship happens to be on Raw. This is the perfect time to talk about the women's championship and what direction it may be going in. Let's start there. Sasha Banks. That's where you start when you're talking about Raw women's division, because she happens to be the current Raw women's champion. And I call it Raw women's championship. It's the WWE women's championship, whatever. But it is on the Raw brand. So first off, let's talk about how I was probably the most elated person when she finally took it from Charlotte. Now, don't get me wrong, I love the Flairs. I've always loved the Flairs. I loved everything they did. I've always been a Ric Flair fan. And I loved when they had the 4 horsewomen of the WWE with when Charlotte started that up, and I thought that was a perfect tribute to the 4 horsemen. But I don't like Charlotte. I never have, never will. But that's why you got these perfect heels around, because when you got a heel that much that you could hate that much, you got a pretty good heel there. And that's what Charlotte is. She knows how to piss the people off. She knows how to get you wanting to come through the screen and smack her around a couple times. I don't know, but that's who Charlotte is. Anyways, Sasha Banks is the champ, and I thought that was a perfect move for Raw. Raw, who seems to have been struggling in ratings the last few weeks. Sorry if I seem to be twitching this eye. It's a little chat. I don't know if you can see. I'm having some issues with my eye from being sick, so hopefully we can get that taken care of. So with Sasha Banks being the champion, let's talk about really the number 2 one. Love her, hate her, most people do. Charlotte Flair, without a doubt, has to be number 2 in that list. Charlotte and Sasha's gonna get at it once again at SummerSlam, and it's gonna be fun. And we're gonna finally see who's the better one in the competition at this time. So that should be fun. I'm not gonna make no prediction on this video. So I do have a SummerSlam prediction video coming up real soon after all this week's events are done. But also on that list, you have to go with Dana Brooks, the girl who keeps Charlotte with the title around her waist. Well, kept Charlotte with the title around her waist until it didn't work no more. But anyways, Dana Brooks. I mean, she has to be thrown in there in the conversation. You just waited. I don't know if I'm like everybody else around here. I'm waiting for the time when Dana turned and stabbed Charlotte in the back. Charlotte's used to being the one stabbing people in the back. And I just have that feeling Dana's going to do it. And when she does, it's going to be because she's going for the women's title. It means she wants it. And I wouldn't be surprised if at SummerSlam the title does change hands, and then Dana does stab her in the back eventually and start a feud there. It would make for a perfect storyline. It'd be a perfect story indeed. So you have to put Dana Brooks. I put Lana here because Lana seems to want to be interfering in matches before the brand split. You've seen her come out and act like the tough woman she thinks she is. I put her in there. I honestly don't think she's women's championship material. but she is in the women's division. So you also have. I'm saving one for last, so I'm trying to go over this list properly. Alicia Fox. Don't know what direction I'm going to take her in. Again, with this brand split, it does some good things with being able to push some superstars, but at the same time, it shows you how weak your divisions can be. Because really, this women's division is pretty weak if you look at it out by paper. Then you got Summer Rae, another superstar who's, I guess you could say, on the weaker side when it comes to the women's division. And then you got Paige. Yes, you know Paige. A girl, a superstar you would love to see them push. But a superstar that on paper, here, especially recently, would go on the same category as weak. Now, the last one I want to talk about is Nia Jax. Now, I'm tired of these squash matches. They had another one last night on Raw. I'm tired of them for Nia Jax. I want to see her against great competition. I think she is actually the number 3 one in the top 3 of the women's wrestlers. And I think that she could be a contender against Sasha Banks and against Charlotte. And the way this week division looks out, Dana Brooks has to be in the top 4. And I would put Paige rounding out the top 5. So, I mean, you really got it going there. This is a weaker division. It's really a 3-girl stable here, in my opinion. Unless you start pushing some superstars, recharacterize them, whatever you can do to really push it. But, yeah, as far as I know on Raw, it's really a 3 women's race. You got the champ, Sasha Banks. You got Charlotte, and then you got Nia Jax. That's your Raw superstars. I mean, honestly, guys, I hate to say that about like girls like Dana Brooks and Paige, but you got Nia Jax, Charlotte, and Sasha Banks. And really, I mean, you could throw those other 2 girls in there, but they haven't really shown me anything recently. Just my thoughts, just my opinions. 3-girl race in women's division on Raw, and that's probably why Raw is struggling on some ratings too. I don't know. It's what it is, and it is my opinion. You don't like it, just deal with it. I'm going to get on out of here. I'm not even going to do a outro, close, or whatever you want to call it. I'm just going to go ahead and get on out of here. This women's division doesn't look very strong. It's nothing to really get excited about. The only 3 superstars I get excited about in here, and one I can't even stand. The second I don't like, but I think she's a great talent. The third I'm a fan of. So, and she happens to be champ. So yeah, I'm going to get on out of here. Peace. Catch you guys later.